Hello, hello. Welcome to your Radiant Creator bonus day 5. I am just going to get us live into our Facebook group, as that's where most of our live members have been watching from in this series. Bonus day 5. Launch. It's going to be so fun. Okay, we're going to be, now we're live in Facebook. Hi, everyone watching from Facebook. I'm just going to also post our link. Just in case anybody wants to come in the Zoom room. I know we've had a couple technical difficulties with the Zoom link, which I really thought hoped I had prevented, but alas, technology glitches just happen. So hello, everybody launching. Are you all launching from Facebook? I'm really excited about what's coming through for today's training. God is amazing. God just is everything, right? We're just always so loved, even when we don't think we are, even when something adverse is happening to us, or we think we're in a life situation that we don't want to be in. God just always has their plans and their purpose and their reasons, and there's karma as well. And it's not always meant to be a pleasant, happy, earthly human experience. We're meant to go through trials and testings sometimes that ultimately always mature us spiritually. I believe and feel right now that is really the actual point of our lives as humans, is to be matured spiritually and stretched and expanded into being more God consciousness through us. So more creative energy, more love, a greater capacity for love. And the way that we really develop a greater capacity through love is expanding our capacity to feel everything, expand our capacity to stay in faith and stay in trust through difficult situations, or through those times where you might feel like God's not there. But as I say, that's when he's actually closest to us. So everything we go through is always stretching us and expanding us and maturing us into greater development as consciousness, which is kind of the whole point, right? God experiencing itself, individualized as you and me. Oh, big stuff. I feel this discussion is going to be continuing. So hello, as you're coming on, if you're watching live, if you're catching this on the replay, we're actually going to be leading you today in a really incredible process for you to align with God inside more. That's what we've been doing all week. I do recommend going back and watching the welcome video, all 4 live days. Today is your bonus day 5. So what today's training is about is a guided visualization journey for you to come deeper into God inside yourself. So infinite creative energy, infinite love, infinite understanding, specifically for your year 2024. And I know we're doing this now, it's March, but I believe this is actually the start of the new year, right? Isa, you were telling me about this, that this is actually the new year really starts with the blossoming of spring. So perhaps our timing is right on track. I thought I was going to lead something like this back in January, because 2023, I launched like Unlock Your Soul Destiny 2023, had one of my Soul Ignite clients sign on. Some of you joined Christ Money Portal. We had an incredible 2023. Now here we are, 2024, launching. We're unlocking your soul's deepest, highest destiny through God for 2024. So we're so, so happy to lead you in this today. I had seen blips of this coming through for your bonus day 5, kind of forgot about it. And then now it's just coming back here, coming in strong. So amazing. I actually feel one of you amazing women I'm in contact with popping up in my consciousness now. So I'm going to make sure I get this replay to you because I'm not sure you're even in the group. So, okay. Okay, so for this launch of your 2024, you'll just want to have a journal and a pen ready. We'll go through it energetically. So I just want you to be in yourselves for this process, and then you'll be taking some notes at the end. Got my coffee here. I just got up like an hour ago. I'm kind of a sleeper inner, you guys. I'll get up with an alarm in the morning when I have things to do. Otherwise, I'll sleep in until like 10 or 11. It's 12 now, my time. Got this raspy voice thing going on, but we're just going to go with it. I also teach yoga. I've been teaching a lot of yoga classes lately, so my voice is kind of wearing a little thin. All right, so just drop into yourself. Let go of any weights from your mind. Let go of weights from your shoulders. And drop into just being. Drop into being deeply. So the consciousness that you are, which is infinite light, which is God consciousness itself. Allow yourself as this pure consciousness to just drop in deeper into your physical body, which is one small part of who you are. Your physical body is one small aspect of who you are, really quite tiny. My shamanic teacher taught me that, Suzanne Green River, just, saint woman, taught me once that our physical body is like your pinky finger. And then we all have these huge energy fields full of trauma. Isn't that delightful? We just have to giggle because it's so terrible. But we're always all healing a lot here. Like we were saying in the intro, here in your human vessel on planet Earth, you're always being stretched and tested and grown and maturing in yourself and your awareness and as a soul, lifetime after lifetime. I just laugh because it's like, oh, it's so terrible, but it's kind of fun, right? We kind of have fun here being humans. At least we do in my world. Yeah, so your human physical vessel is really quite small compared to the enormity of who you are as a soul, as a spirit, and then as creative energy, as infinite consciousness. So what I really love to help you with, and what we do here in Radiant Creator and in Soul Ignite, my mentorship, which I'm going to be talking about later, Christ Money Portal, which is perhaps the most beautiful medicine God's ever trusted me with. Brighter Beginnings, which is an absolutely incredible foundation. And then I'm going to talk about one of my audio courses, Full of Yourself as well, which is all the red strawberries you've been seeing me post. Yeah, so first let's go on this journey though, so we can be of some assistance to you to be in your deepest, most fulfilling, most materially successful, most financially successful, most happy, most joyous, most aligned, most harmonious relationships that you're always worthy of now in your life, 2024, because God really does want all of this for all of us here in this group. Women find me when they're just on the precipice usually of manifesting all this for themselves, of really choosing all this for themselves, which is abundance inside and out, which is really what they talked about in the Bible, the Garden of Eden, the second coming of Christ. It's through you. It's a death and a resurrection of spirit through you. So all my courses, programs are aligned to give you this and help you in your journey. Okay. So drop into yourself. It's now March 2024. And we want you to first just feel everything you're feeling right now. I want you to feel the infinite gold, radiant light of God as of the river that it is flowing through your heart chakra. As all week you've been widening the banks of this river of God's love for you and as you, manifested in the form of you, manifested in the form of all of the people, places, experiences, material things in your life. This is all manifest form of God's love. And you yourself are infinitely, infinitely loved. You yourself are the love itself. So you are love, you are loving, and you are loved. That could be a beautiful mantra for you to sing to yourself all the time. I am loved, loving, and loved. I am love, I am loving, I am loved. This can be the song of your spirit. This is always true. And we want you to feel this song of God going through your entire body and going through your entire timeline through 2024. This is your soul's most desired timeline and also your destiny for 2024. I can see now your heart unlocking to these truths. I can see yourself allowing this infinite love consciousness to flow through you and as you. I can see you having the clear eyes now to see this abundance, this great love, this gold love as yourself. You look down and see your whole body is radiant gold light. All your cells are glistening and shining spiritually and radiant as this radiant creator that you are, this child of a radiant creator. Therefore, you yourself are a radiant creator. You're looking down and seeing that your hands and feet, legs and arms, your entire body, every cell, all trillions of cells of you are gold, radiant light. And you see that everything around you in your life, the people in your life, your desk, your office, the pictures on your walls, the earth itself, the grass, the sun, the trees, the animals, the beautiful, nutritious food you have, your money, it's all glistening and glittering and shining radiant gold light. It's all light. It's all radiant light. So knowing that there is no lack and there is no excess, it is all abundance. It is all abundance. What then begins to appear in your life, knowing the truth that it is all abundance. There is no not enough and there is no too much. It is all radiant abundance. How then do you begin to feel? What shapes begin to take form in your physical reality? What do you create? It's all infinite light, therefore, everything is possible. There's no more fear, there's no more traumas, there's no more PTSD, there's no more fear, there's no more blocks. Your entire being, your entire life, all manifest forms in your physical reality specifically in your 2024, it's all radiant light seeing itself, perceiving itself accurately through the eyes of God, through the eyes of the Lord. You see yourself accurately as the radiant being, as the radiant creator that you are, that your partner is, that your children are, that your parents are, that your animals are, that your food is, that your clients are, that your mentors and coaches are, your therapist is. Radiant creative light that is money itself is just one form of radiant creative light. It's all gold light. So what then do you find yourself doing throughout this year? What do you feel yourself experiencing throughout this year? What words do you speak? And how does it feel to speak, knowing that it's so not about trying to become enough or to prove yourself or to become worthy? Like, what a joke, right? It's all radiant light. Everything is abundance. Allow the truths of this to come through you now. And Spirit's wanting you to have your journal ready now and just stream of thought consciousness. Don't think, just let God write through you because this is your real voice. What are you creating this year? What do you really, really want to experience this year? How do you feel this year, knowing that you are radiant light and everything you could ever experience is radiant light as well? Perhaps just masked, or it takes on different forms, or, whatever. There's personalities, but it's all radiant light. Just free write in your journals. What do you experience this year? What do you create this year? What do you really, really want? Like, what would just delight God's spirit through you, as that is your own spirit? What would delight you this year? I love that. Love that question. What would delight you? There's no more fear. There's no more blocks. It's just radiant light. I'll give you a couple minutes to write. What would delight you this year? And I want you to go deep with your creative work. So your creative energy is your energy. It's your natural energy. Okay. Sometimes people think that, oh, the worst is like when people are like, I'm not very creative, because they have this program in their mind that they think being creative means like being perfect at drawing portraits or something like that. And maybe some of you are great at drawing portraits, but it just means you and your radiant energy. It just means you and your joy. So I want you to go deep in your creative work. Like, what does your soul work? What form? There's the question. What form does your creative soul work take this year? And there's no blocks or obstacles. There's no blocks or obstacles. Money is no longer an obstacle. I just want you to be in radiant light, right? Where everything is already real, everything is already possible. So don't limit yourselves. Please, please don't limit yourselves with this, because what you can allow yourself to start to feel as real before it's taken physical form. Okay. You have to believe in the infinite power of God through yourself. We're not talking about manifesting without God. We're talking about you leaning into and surrendering to God's will for you. That's very different than New Age conversations about manifestation. We're talking about you allowing God to create through you. So this is, there are no limits. This is all powerful, all creative, all loving God. So ask God, what form does your creative soul work take this year, 2024? I'm feeling called to share what I just wrote down. I would really love a studio. That's like part of our home. I'd really love a studio for painting. I'd like to be able to take up tons of space and make like really messy, really fun paintings. That's also a dance studio for me because I love to dance out and jam out to music while I paint. And then I also get to create my yoga music playlist while I'm doing that. And then my like clients in the area could come and see me there as well. So I could have my own studio, just my own studio, right? And that's kind of how I feel inside my soul. I feel like my soul is my creative studio. And this business, all these programs I make are, they just come from that, right? This is all birthed of God and birthed of my soul. So what does your creative soul studio feel like to you? And what outer form would just delight your spirit for that to take? If it's virtual programs, kind of like what I do, if it's in-person work with people, maybe you're an artist of some kind, you like to make or bake or sew or make some kind of art. Um, Maybe you love business, money, and numbers. Maybe it's finances, um, investments. Maybe you have a job or really want a new job that takes this form. Like it's all art. This is all creative soul work. So what form, what just starts to spring forth from your spirit? It might be what you expect. It might be something different than what you expect, but what springs forth from the fountain of God and abundance through you, and what form does that take this year? And just free write. It's fun. Okay. Now, I want to say, I just want to speak on the power of investing in yourself. There's a difference between what society has deemed as normal for spending money on. Like people will buy a big chunk of metal, like a car, or they'll have one car, two cars, or three cars. That's deemed as normal, right? People drop $100,000, $50,000, $10,000 on a car. And that's seen as normal, practical, just a necessary part of life. People will drop $1 million, $500,000 or more, or 50K on their brick and mortar home for living in. Or people will drop, a few grand a month on their rent on their apartment. And these things are very, very normalized. They're very, very accepted in life. And they are real needs of life, of course. But then it's just this funny thing when women meet a number of investing in themselves, let's say $20,000, $10,000, $1,000, $200 in their own growth and development as a human being, or for the transformation that their soul is hungry for to create the results, and the manifestations or the business, also the healings for their lineages. um, they'll be like, oh, no, no, nope, I can't spend that much on myself, or my husband will be upset, or no, I just couldn't do that, or what if this, what if this, what if this? And, I never want somebody to like overextend themselves financially that puts them at a deficit for their basic needs and basic bills. I'm never advocating for that. I think you have a responsibility to make sure your basic necessities are met. I'm just talking about the nervous system transformation that I've been through personally when it came to meeting and facing and then plowing through my own kind of disbelief and intense terror when it comes to investing financially in my own abundance, in my own business, and in my own personal growth journey. Just quickly, I'll tell my story with this. It was 2021. 2021, my business at that time I'd had since 2014, but up till then I'd been working by the hour as a healer. I saw yoga students at the yoga studios, and they would sign on as clients with me. I was signing on like $400 packages, and I was working by the hour for about $100 an hour. And I did that for a number of years, which is amazing, right? Absolutely amazing to be making pretty good money. Also taught a bunch of yoga classes at that point, like 10 yoga classes a week, which is a lot of physical labor. Doesn't pay as well. Other yoga teachers out there know. And it was really, really amazing. But then God had started guiding me in 2018. I had this gold light, talk about gold light with Radiant Creator, but this gold light came through me and I could hear and feel God's voice telling me that I was to exalt my healing business and actually create real financial wealth. It's like no more lack or scarcity, no more hiding, no more operating my own business as a healer the way that even my own teacher did. I had to be willing to like evolve my business structures and financial structures in my life beyond what I ever witnessed my own teachers do, which is scary for me. I felt like I couldn't out earn my teachers or out earn my parents, which is another obstacle some of us have to overcome, or maybe a lot of us have to overcome. But it was a really big moment. I felt this gold light go through me like, Katie, we're going to make our healing business into actual wealth, spiritual and financial wealth. And so after that, while I invested in my first, it was actually Money Mentality Makeover with Amanda Francis, who I've followed closely ever since then. I love Amanda's work. I continue to learn so much from her. I'll promote and advocate for her work forever. But I invested $2,000 in Money Mentality Makeover, which was unheard of to my nervous system. It made me very nervous to do. I didn't have $2,000 in my bank account when I bought it. I signed up for the payment plan. I was a full-time yoga teacher and a healer working by the hour, but I just signed up for this course. And I'll always remember the moment I, hit buy, started the payment plan on my debit card, not knowing where all the payments were going to come from, but just knowing that it was the next step for me. It was a very, very powerful day. And then probably about a year after that, so then 2021, my business was kind of at a standstill. At this point, I had started launching my own first online programs like this one. And I've always believed in my own success, and I've had success up and down over the years, people joining. But a big thing we all need to overcome with this is the inner work. A lot of it is relationship stuff of just believing that people want you, that people find what you have to say interesting, that people like you, basically that you're worth investing in, you're worth building that business of your dreams, or keeping going on that career path of your dreams, or starting investments, allowing yourself to have that greater financial flow and financial ease in your life that you want, and that creative flow in your life that you want. But a lot of these inner blocks are what needs to be overcome, that you are worth it, you are interesting, you are wise, you have ancient medicine in your bones that can be a very, very powerful transformational experience for your audience and for your clients. And this is why mentorship and coaching and healing is so, so important because, I can walk with you for a year while you transform internally into more and more light. And the human stuff will be there, doubts and, maybe traumas to work through and overcome. But you need this support so that you can keep blossoming into the business professional that you want to be. And that's what I hear. So you can blossom into this business professional that you want to be, and your inner thoughts and inner fears and doubts are not um, stopping you anymore. We want to get you through all those hurdles. And this is what my coaches and mentors continue to do for me in my life. So just really quickly in 2021, I was at a standstill in the physical level with my business. My finances were just like not happening. I was having trouble paying rent and paying bills. And I actually put on this podcast from two sales coaches that I really admire. And one of the sales coaches said, when you feel like you're stuck at a plateau, that's the time when you invest in yourself. And it rang through me and it resonated. And the most I had invested at that point was the $2,000 money mentality course with Amanda Francis. And I knew when I was listening to this coach on the podcast, I knew that it meant for me, I needed to hire a mentor. That's what I needed to do. And I'd never done it before. I think up till then, my own ego and pride kind of thought I could just do it myself. Like I was watching and listening to, a lot of free content, which is amazing. I create a lot of free content like this myself. It's an important part of business so people can start to get to know you and build relationships. But I knew for me at that point, I needed to invest in a mentor. And so I did. I joined, Jess Quigley actually invited me to a free 5-day challenge, which this Radiant Creator series is, I completely learned from her, based off her 5-day programs that she runs, 4 or 5-day programs. And I jumped on the training itself was incredible. I felt a galactic connection with her. I felt a connection through God with her, which is kind of what that's what's most important to me is I need to, with someone I'm going to hire or a program I'm going to buy, but especially a mentor, I have to feel it through God. I have to feel that depth of a connection to feel like spiritually safe with the person, to work with on that close of a level. And so I did with her. And I actually, I didn't have the cash, but I got a $5,000 loan from my bank. And I got on what I call my soul connection calls. I got on a soul connection call with Jess, and I already knew I was going to buy her 6-month mastermind program. And it was a $6,000 program, actually. So I got the loan from my bank. I think I applied for like $15,000. I got approved for $5,000. And I said yes and joined the $6,000 mastermind program with my coach. And I was so scared to do it. I will never forget the feeling because when I told her yes, and then she sends over the contracts, I made the first payment. I signed up for a payment plan at that time because it just made me feel a little more comfortable knowing I had that loan money in the bank. My husband and I were also moving to our new home. We were moving in here. But I always love to share the energy part of it because I was so terrified because the women that I come from had never done anything like this before. It was only like 1974 that women in the US and Europe could even open their own bank accounts in their own names without their husband. I think it was around that time that women could open their own credit cards as well. So just know that this is our emancipation from dependency. What you and I are, and this breakthrough revolutionary work that you see happening all over the globe now in the coaching industries and the healing industries as women investing in ourselves financially, becoming financially prosperous of our own means, from our own work, from our own gifts and skills, and intuitive and healing gifts and skills as women. This has not been done before. Women in my lineage, maybe your lineage as well, had never done this before. In my lineage, you always had to run it by the husband. It always had to be the husband's decision, not in my marriage, but in the past, like my husband and I do finances independently and as equals, and we support each other in our creative work. It's our design through God to do this. We're actually embodying sacred union marriage, which is in my business and work as well. I help women embody sacred union, and then they attract that matching soul union partner in their life, or they blossom in the energetics of sacred union in their marriage. The healings that occur in marriages in my world are amazing, and the partners that women attract into their life through working with me are amazing. It's incredible. It's through Christ, it's through God, it's through sacred union. So when I said yes to buy this $6,000 coaching package from Jess, my first coach, I did it through a tunnel of terror. And I believe that tunnel was actually my own voice and my own heart and my own Christ money portal, which is my heart chakra. But that really ignited me. It ignited me in my own sovereignty, in my own financial prosperity. Woo! Are you feeling me on this? I'd love to hear your comments about this. Those of you watching on Facebook, I can't wait to hear what this ignites through you. Wow. I just want to like revel in this energy because it's absolutely amazing. I can feel it through my body. So what this brings me to is my highest level program that's called Soul Ignite. And this is what it does for you. Soul Ignite is a full year, 1-to-1 with me. This ignites you in your own emancipation from dependency. It concludes through your aura, through your soul, being dependent on your husband or your partner or a coach or society or anyone besides God. See, the thing is, you want to be married to God first. First, your primary relationship in life, for you to be in alignment with love and with prosperity, you have to be married to God first. First, I just want you to feel this energy. It is likely through some fear and maybe through feelings of like a fear of loss or through feelings of I don't want to be alone or loneliness or attachment issues from childhood or childhood trauma or fear. But I want you to feel this first. You need to be married to God first, because this means being married to yourself first. This means joy. This means you as an infinite creature. This means unlocked glass ceilings, all broken, emancipated from dependency, slavery as well. Freedom. Okay? You making your own choices based on what delights in here. You making your own choices where you invest your time, your energy, your heart from inside. This will be absolutely the end of you ever being manipulated, of you ever being diminished, because it's not possible anymore. You being taken advantage of, you being violated, you being abused. Done. No. You as a businesswoman, your prices and offerings being shoved under a rug. No. Your voice being shoved under a rug. No. Those people are just not allowed in your reality. They can't even come near your aura. And don't forget, all the healings that occur in you also blossom in your children and your children's children and their children. So this is the beginning of a healthy family line, healthier family line. So good work and congratulations on that. So those of you leaning into Soul Ignite with me, it's a weekly one-to-one healing coaching call for you for a full year. Every 7 weeks, we actually take a week off for rest and integration. And the really exciting thing about Soul Ignite too is it's my top program. It includes all of my other programs. So you have a membership in Christ Money Portal, if that aligns with your spirit. Most of my Soul Ignite clients really align with Christ Money Portal, which I'll talk more about in a moment. You can be in Brighter Beginnings. You can be in all of my mini programs I launched throughout the year, like my paid 6-week programs, all of my free offerings, of course, you're welcome in. So you get everything with Soul Ignite. Soul Ignite is normally a $20,000 investment for that full year of mentorship and just being in my world and being in all my programs for a full year. The transformations that occur within you through this year are absolutely astounding. One of my clients who just completed her full year Soul Ignite, hello, if you see this, beautiful. She's actually offered to hop on calls and talk with you if you'd love to hear about her transformation and her results. She attracted and aligned with her soulmate partner about 6 months into our program. And I look at pictures of them and I just cry because they actually kind of look like each other, like spiritually and a little bit physically, they kind of look alike. You can just feel how much they love each other. You can feel how they've loved each other in past lifetimes. It's amazing. I don't want to share too many personal details, but I'm so, so happy for you. It's so amazing. And her creative soul work is really got ignited and is taking off, and her belief in herself, her trust in spirit, so much there. The transformation, the results have been just amazing. So probably at some point you'll hear her. Maybe I'll invite her to come on and talk in this group. Or like I said, she offered to chat with women one-to-one that are thinking about Soul Ignite. And she went through Christ Money Portal for the year as well too. And I feel emotional just even thinking about it. So amazing. So yeah, that's Soul Ignite. And there is a pay in full discount. So you actually, if you join and want to pay in full and upfront, you get $4,000 off. So it's $16,000 in full and upfront. And I can make custom payment plans for that as well. Let me just check really quick what that payment plan is. Let's see here. So it's $1,667 a month with a payment plan for 12 months. So that's available as well. And right now I have 4 spots open. I've got 4 spots available for Soul Ignite. So just comment on Facebook if you would like more information about Soul Ignite, or you can send me a private message and we can have a conversation about it as well. Yes. So Christ Money Portal, which we've gotten into in the last 5 days. Hang on. Christ Money Portal is a group membership. It's also a soul business mastermind. But the part that I really want you to know and feel into with Christ Money Portal is the energetics of it, because this is an anointing through spirit that occurs. And Christ's Money Portal, you will know in your bones if this is for you. You will feel it already coming in. You would have already been receiving this through me, like through my posts about it and through when I've started to guide some of the like inner baptisms to success and the inner waterfall of the actual energy of money through you. Because it's a blue river. It actually comes through God. It comes through Christ specifically. It's blue energy. It's a river. That is the actual energy of money. It's the energy of wealth and success. And what I love, love, love so much about this, and it's such an honor to lead this work for women, is that it primarily for you is about letting go. If you think about, like, if you're sitting under a beautiful waterfall in Hawaii, let's say, you're in the water, you're in the pool, and you're leaning back, that's what it feels like. You have to let go of generations, thousands of years worth of fear, a fear of lack, a fear of scarcity, birth traumas, loss traumas, sexual violation traumas, all the things that cause a woman's body to kind of clam up and grip on and like be in a fear state through the pelvic floor and the sexual organs and the womb, but also through your heart and throat and voice and cells and bones. It's just this grand, really, really peaceful, kind of like a full body orgasm, just this full letting go. And primarily as the Christed wealth water comes through, you receive it. We're not dumping water over you physically, it's coming in spiritually. And it cleanses your cells of all the gripping on stuff, of all the fear stuff, the fear of not enough. Also traumas to your voice, where you learn to like dim down or make yourself small or not speak, not use your soul voice. All the grips come off. And you learn how to float on the river of abundance with me. You practice floating on the river of abundance with me for a year. But I actually created, as you do this inside spiritually, then you naturally learn how to do it in your physical life. When you're in Christ Money Portal with me, which is a weekly membership, it meets every Wednesday. We actually have a clients only podcast. So I'm constantly creating like 1 or 2 a week audios, like 10-minute audios for you, kind of like what I'm doing now. I guide you into letting go, and I guide you into the real energy of God and the real energy of abundance, thus ungripping and allowing greater flow and ease through every area of your life, including the flow of finances through your life. So you get to experience money as an energy of peace. You get to experience money as an energy of peace in your life, an energy of healing in your life, an energy of overflow in your life, as within, as without. So as you embody this energetic in yourself, you get to practice every day. And with the community in Christ Money Portal, or if you sign on Soul Ignite, you also get to have this in your physical life. The other thing God does with you in Christ Money Portal is gives you inner guidance yourself. Like I said, it's also a soul business mastermind program. So you learn how to run online trainings like this one. I give you my Radiant Creator training. So Radiant Creator is a 5-day program that I run, but it's also an outline for my clients. I actually have it written up as an outline. So you get detailed guidance on how to run your own free online events in ways that's perfect for your business or for your career. You don't necessarily have to be a healer or a coach. You could be a network marketer. You could be a real estate agent. You could be a teacher. You could be anything at all. You could be buying, reselling antiques. You can be whatever you want to be, an artist, a painter, writer. I help you design just great marketing and how to build relationships with your audience. So you get detailed guidance from God through me for your business structures as well. There's so much I could say. There's so much I could say. For Christ Money Portal, just a couple of days ago, I had it just through my pen. I had it just whoosh through my spirit to offer a deeply discounted offer for you to come join Christ Money Portal with me for 7 weeks. Now, Christ Money Portal is normally $5,555 for a full year, which is a discount in and of itself. Like the wealth that you receive spiritually and the way it unlocks wealth for you in the physical realm, it could be $100,000 program. I'm just looking at one thing because I do want to offer so I know some of you are going to really want a full year in Christ Money Portal with me, which I'd love to have you. I'm actually, for the next 3 days, I'll have this available just for 3 days for 2 of you to join Christ Money Portal for a full year with a 20% off discount. So that takes off 1111. So instead of 5,555, that makes it 4,444 full for the full year. Okay. So I have 2 of those spots available for the next 3 days. So just comment or message me if you'd like to scoop up one of those spots, or if you have questions about Christ Money Portal before you jump in. Yeah, and the 7-week offer is for just $299. So this is like pretty insane of me. But I feel to offer it, and I feel I have 7 spots open for that. I know one of you has already come close to claiming that, right? I've got one of you that said that. We've got 7 of those available just through the promotional time of this program. So till about mid-March, March 15th, although I'd recommend just hopping on those as they will go fast. But I have 7 spots available for 7 weeks in Christ Money Portal for just $299. So let me know if you would like one of those. You can comment or message me. And that's really perfect. And the reason that we're offering that for 7 weeks minimum in Christ Money Portal is because it's actually a 7-step process of the ungripping and letting go of all lack, and then opening your heart to total trust in God with your finances. So I thought that I had total trust in God with my finances, but oh my God, I still have a ways to go. So if you're wanting to get into these upper echelons of financial wealth in basically a married harmony with the wealth of your spirit, it is so much about letting go and having full trust in God with your finances. Subtle energetics of this. I'd love to guide you in this. And it is a 7-step internal spiritual process to do that. So that's what you'll receive in those 7 weeks. So let me know if you'd like one of those, or just the 2 spots I have available with the 20% off discount for the full year. Awesome. How's everybody doing? How's this landing? Can't wait to hear from you all and to hear your questions. Yay. All right, ladies. Well, I'm feeling to conclude here. Very, very excited for you all. Let me know what you would like. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Thanks so much for participating in this Radiant Creator with me. There's more to come. So yeah, can't wait to hear from you all. Love you so much.